Growing up, we were all told the same things about Thomas Edison throughout grade school. That he was the genius inventor who basically lit up the entire world. The guy who invented the light bulb, the phonograph, movies, electricity, basically the final boss of inventors. The more you dig into Edison's life, the more you start to see a pattern. A pattern of credit taking, aggressive business tactics, and a whole lot of PR magic. Meanwhile, the guy who actually shaped the modern world, Nikola Tesla, got pushed into the shadows. So this is a video I've wanted to make for quite some time, so if you enjoy, please leave a like, and that would be much appreciated. So now let's talk about Thomas Edison, and why, in my opinion, he's one of the most overrated figures in American history, or history for that matter. We were taught in school that Edison was this lone genius tinkering away in a workshop, inventing world-changing devices out of thin air, but that's not really how it went down. Edison ran what was basically the first corporate research lab. He had teams, literal teams of engineers, chemists, machinists, and assistants doing the hands-on work, and legally anything they invented belonged to Edison. So when you hear Edison invented X, Y, and Z, that often means Edison's employees invented X, Y, and Z, and Edison signed the patent. Now, don't get me wrong, Edison was smart, and by no means do I mean to downplay his intellectual capabilities with this video. He was a great organizer, but the idea that he personally invented over 1,000 things, that's good marketing, not reality. The light bulb lie. Edison did not invent the light bulb, not even close. I mean, people had been making incandescent bulbs for decades before he even showed up. What Edison did was improve the filament, so the bulbs just burned and lasted longer. Which is important, sure, but it's not the same thing as inventing the whole device. It's like taking a car, replacing the tires, then claiming you invented the automobile. But because Edison had money, a lab, and a PR machine, history remembers him as the guy who brought light into the world. Here's the thing about Edison. He wasn't just an inventor. He was a businessman, and a ruthless one at that. He understood patents, he understood publicity, he understood how to control the market, and he wasn't afraid to use, let's call them, creative tactics to stay on top. Like if someone invented something that threatened his business, he didn't try to out-innovate them. He tried to crush them with lawsuits, smear campaigns, buying out competitors, sabotaging rivals. Edison played the game like a CEO, not a scientist. And honestly, that's a big part of why he's remembered, not because he was the smartest guy in the room, but because he was the loudest, richest, and most aggressive. Enter Tesla. Tesla was the opposite of Edison in almost every way. He wasn't a businessman, he wasn't a self-promoter, he didn't care about money much. He cared about ideas, big, wild, futuristic ideas. Tesla worked for Edison for a short time, and the story goes that Edison promised him a huge bonus if he could improve Edison's DC generators. Tesla did it, and then Edison laughed it off and said, "Tesla, you don't understand American humor." And then Tesla quit on the spot. And honestly, that moment kind of sums up their entire relationship.
You are not thinking long term. This technology is within your grasp. I can build you an efficient motor.
Have you tried it?
No. Look, in my head, it is nearly completed.
They claim to have their heads full of sonnets and symphonies, but their only problem seems to be they can't quite write it down.
Let me try.
No, because I can't start again. I got orders from Michigan. I got a room full of press waiting for me. Do what you were hired to do.
So you will not honor your word about the remuneration?
What are you talking about?
Well, you said $50,000. Are you unhappy with my contributions?
I'm paying you $50,000. That was a joke.
The War of the Currents. This is where things get messy, and honestly, kind of dark. Edison was pushing direct current, or DC. Tesla and Westinghouse were pushing alternating current, or AC. AC was cheaper, more efficient, and could travel long distances. It was clearly the better system, and Edison knew this, and instead of admitting it, he launched one of the most unethical PR campaigns in tech history. He publicly electrocuted animals, dogs, horses, even an elephant to make AC look dangerous. He tried to get AC used in the electrical chair so he could brand it as deadly. He fed newspaper horror stories about AC accidents. I mean, how scummy of a person can you be? And all because AC threatened his business. Meanwhile, Tesla was out there actually building the future with AC motors, transformers, generators, the stuff that literally powers the modern world. In the end, AC won, Tesla was right, Edison's system became obsolete. Tesla didn't just win the current war, he shaped the entire electrical age. His AC systems powered our homes, his motors run our factories, his ideas laid the groundwork for wireless communications, robotics, remote control, radio, and even early concepts of renewable energy. But Tesla wasn't a businessman. He didn't protect his ideas. He didn't chase fame. He died broke, alone, in a hotel room while Edison died wealthy and celebrated. And that contrast, that gap between genius and recognition, is exactly why people say Edison is overrated. Because, by definition, he is. So why does Edison still get all the credit? Simple. He built a system that rewards people like him. He understood patents, he understood branding, he understood how to turn inventions into money, and he lived in a time when the person with the loudest voice got to write the story. Edison wasn't the greatest inventor, he was the greatest self-promoter of the time. And history remembers the people who tell their story the loudest, not always the people who were necessarily right. I would like to clarify that I don't think Thomas Edison is a villain. Not really. He was a product of his time. He was ambitious, very competitive, and willing to do whatever it took to win. But is he overrated? Absolutely. Because when you strip away the PR and the mythology, what you're left with is the businessman who took credit for the work of others and overshadowed a man whose ideas genuinely changed the world. Tesla was a visionary. Edison was the brand. Anyways, that's it. That's all I have to say. Please leave a like. I put a lot of research or writing into this video, so yeah, I would appreciate it. See ya.